afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Star Card Review. And happy Tuesdays to everyone out there. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything. I did have all this stuff in the pipeline to film, but unforeseen circumstances, pretty much I had to stop filming and I had to reassess certain videos and compile a little bit more before bringing you some different content in a way. And this one today that it's gonna be set as a premiere for later on tonight is one on Australian TV series that I think is, well, it's more recommend, but these are ones that I have grown up with as a kid, growing up in Perth, Western Australia, and my hometown, Southern Cross. Now, these are just some of the ones that I've grown up with. This is just a few recommendations to begin with. So these will be done in parts. So I will do the first part, which is this video, and then I will do the next one, which will be part 2. I don't know how many parts it'll be as precisely yet. But there are quite a lot of Australian TV shows that I am getting out there and recommending because I think the Australian TV series needs some love, especially in America. There are a few that are airing in America, whether it be Netflix or Hulu. But these are some of the recommendations that I think are top-notch viewing, especially for y'all out there that is looking for something different and wants to see how Australians do filming, how their TV series are, Australian life, for example, whether it be in Perth or Sydney or Melbourne or Brisbane, Tasmania, any sort of those cities. But generally, how Australia how Australians live, how everything, like school-wise and all of that, how we live, rather than me recommending stuff that always comes from America. This one is going to be some Australian series that I think are really top-notch and I think everyone should invest in, even if you just watch a few episodes just to get the feel of it. But these are some of the ones that I grew up with as a kid. So one of the biggest ones, and the films are on Netflix, I believe, too, and the whole series is available on Netflix, and that is Kath and Kim. That is the number one that I recommend to any American, is Kath and Kim. Hands down, that show, brilliant. I don't know how many times I've seen it. So many times. I've seen the movies quite a few times as well. It's a quintessential Australian TV show that really does stand the test of time. It is amazing. It is funny. It is witty. It shows you how Australians live, but also poking fun at Australian life as well, pretty much. But also here and there making little snickers about, how the rest of the world live and stuff like that. But Kath and Kim ran from 2002 to 2007. 2007. And it's quintessential Australian viewing. And it stars Jane Turner and Gina Riley. And their characters are basically, it's a mother and daughter who have different personalities. Then they're living in the suburbs of Melbourne, I believe. It's been a while since I've seen it, but living in Melbourne. And it's just the dysfunctional antics that they get up to, how they meet guys, and the funny chemistry between Jane Turner and Gina Riley is just absolutely hilarious. Mark Downey's in it as well. She plays another character that comes into it quite a lot. And that, like I said, all 4 seasons are on Netflix. And I believe the feature film Kath and Kim Dorella is on Netflix as well. You really need to see it, people. It is quintessential Australian viewing right there. Another one that I recommend that is absolutely amazing and hands down, this is one of my favourite TV shows coming out of Australia. Top Australian viewing is Packed to the Rafters from 2008 to 2013. Packed to the Rafters is an absolutely quintessential Australian viewing for any Australian, but I recommend it to Americans as well because the dynamic that this family has in the TV series really represents, well, basically Australians in general, but it gives you a different sense of how Australians live as well. We're not all mental, we're not all dysfunctional, but you know, we do have our quirks here and there, and it is very, you know, they go through lots of trials and tribulations in the show. The show stars Eric Thompson, and he's from another Australian TV series, All Saints, and he's from Xena Warrior Princess. He plays Dave Rafter in the show. Then there's Rebecca Gibney, absolutely amazing. She's from The Dressmaker and Wanted. She plays Julie Rafter, Dave Rafter's wife, and Rebecca Gibney is absolutely amazing as the mum in this. Absolutely amazing. Her performance is outstanding. So is Eric Thompson's. And it's basically life with kids, their kids, and the trials and tribulations, basically, what they go through. You know, whether it be something that her kids go through or that they go through together. It all accumulates into just a show that is really lighthearted, heartfelt, pulls at the heartstrings, and there's some really emotional moments in Packed to the Rafters, which is absolutely amazing. Essential viewing right there, people. Packed to the Rafters. I'm not sure where it's how you can watch that one. I believe you can buy it on Amazon and that. I'll have to make another video on that one, but I'm pretty sure you can buy the whole set and watch it that way, all through different streaming. I'm not quite sure on that one, but because this show had so much success, there is another show that's a continuation of the show called Back to the Rafters, which is now an Amazon exclusive, because it got moved from our Australian networks onto American, and it was taken over by Amazon. So Amazon took on our series, and now it's an Amazon exclusive, which I believe it was released in 2021. So I'll have to check that one out, because I absolutely love Packed to the Rafters. So that's a good one to check out. Another one that is really, really good that I grew up with, it's early 90s or mid 90s, is from 1995, and it's called Spellbinders, and it was on Channel 9, and I always remember it's a children's actually it's more aimed at teenagers, that's the cue right there, teenagers, although it is rated G for everybody, but it's aimed at teenagers in general. It was called Spellbinders, and it was an absolutely amazing TV series. It was a collaboration between Australia and Poland, and it was filmed in both Poland and Australia. So you get to see both Australian landscapes and Poland landscapes. It's an amazing science fiction fantasy series that really just took my breath away as a growing up in the early 90s. It was one of those ones that every day after school, I think it was every day after school or on the weekends they had it, or during the week. I can't remember, it's been so long ago now, 1995, oh my god, people. But it aired on Channel 9, and it's basically about this kid that a prank goes wrong at his school. He's 15. His name is Paul Reynolds, and he's 15. And there's a prank that goes wrong at school, and then he is inadvertently sent to a parallel world in which the Industrial Revolution never happened. And at the time, it's an amazing. I really can't describe it, but it's a TV series. If anyone has ever watched Mortal Kombat Conquest, the TV series from the 90s as well, based on Mortal Kombat. It had all that kind of set up where they were wearing, raggedy clothes and stuff. But the Industrial Revolution never happened in this show, and the world in which he lands in is run by the Spellbinders, which are these people that have it's like these sick-looking suits. Oh, the pictures are popping up as we speak. But they have this suit, and one of the characters in it is called Ashka. It's called Ashka? Yeah, Ashka. And she has this suit on which conducts electricity, and she's got her things on this wrist that she shucks together like that, and it generates electricity out of her hands. It's so good, the suit and everything. And I just remember being blown away by a TV show like that from 1995 while I was still in middle school. And this is all a year before Pokemon and Digimon and all of that come out. So it's an amazing TV series. I unfortunately never got to finish the entirety of the TV series growing up, so it's going to be a good one for me to get back to. Another one that I think everyone should check out, it's a hospital drama. It's called All Saints, and that's another quintessential Australian viewing TV show right there. All Saints ran for a very long time. It has a diverse Australian cast in it, and it's about All Saints, which is the hospital, and all the trials, tribulations, dangers, day in, day out troubles. It focuses on all these people working in this particular hospital, but it's the dramas that follow particular people. They cause mischief. It's really, all I can really describe is it's sappy as well. It is very, very sappy. I'm just going through my notes because I did write down in here that All Saints, I believe All Saints, where is it? All Saints, where have I written it down? Oh gosh, I can't find it. It's in my notes. But yeah, that's just basically another quintessential Australian TV show, All Saints. It's a drama. So, particularly, you know what comes with hospital dramas. There's a lot of them here in America, so why not have some in Australia as well, which is kind of funny in a way, because I never would have seen it coming. But some of our TV shows are very much like American TV shows, except set in Australia, obviously, but we have very different ways of doing things to the Americans, so it makes it really funny to see all of that. But another one that is really, really dear to me, absolutely amazing TV show, and that is Offspring. And that was on Netflix, American Netflix, a while ago, a few years ago, but now it's on Hulu. And let me just bring up this one, because Offspring I really recommend to anybody. Oh my god, the amount of times I have seen Offspring, it's absolutely amazing. 7 seasons. It's It's top notch. I absolutely love it. It's an Australian television comedy drama program, and it aired on the Network 10 from 2010 to 2017, and it centers around Nina Proudman, who's a 30-something obstetrician, and it basically follows her friends, her family as they navigate through chaos of modern life, and it's filmed in Melbourne's inner north, and it's an amazing series, absolutely amazing series. Here's some of the people that star in it: Usher Keddy, Kat Stewart, Don Hannay, Deborah Mailman, Eddie Perfect, Linda Cropper, Richard Davies, Matthew Lee Neves, Lacey Hume, John Waters, Jane Harbour, Ido Drent, Ben Barrington, Patrick Drammel, Alexander England, Alicia Gardner, and TJ Power. And the starting of it is narrated by Usher Keddy, who plays Nina Proudman. Everyone in this cast, including her, absolutely amazing people. Absolutely amazing people. Quintessential Australian TV show that really blew me out of the water. It was funny. It was heartfelt, heartbreaking. It really, really pulls at your heartstrings, people. It's really all about Nina Proudman, but it's also about her family and everything that they go through, and friends go through as well. And it really does show you different emotions and different parts of Australian living, and how we struggle with things as well. How certain things can define our lives and certain things can undo that. It's got affairs in it. It's got cheating. It's got everything in it. It is amazing TV series. And with that's just some of the TV series that I recommend for anybody to watch. And I really wanted to do some of the Australian stuff rather than all American stuff, because I feel like the Australian stuff doesn't get a lot of love in America, apart from Kath and Kim. And we all know that god-awful, bloody American go at Kath and Kim, and that was god-awful. I just absolutely... Yeah, I'm surprised the Americans even had a crack at Kath and Kim, because it was awful, and it was just disastrous. It didn't last very long, and the humour, they tried to take a crack at Australian humour, and it doesn't work. And I know some people have said to me before that, but it's American humour, we're not trying to copy Australian humour. No, that Kath and Kim show, the American go at Kath and Kim, was trying so hard to replicate Australian humour that it just, that's why it failed. It was not funny. It was nothing. It was flat. And I'm surprised Selma Blair was even in it, because she was awful as Kim. Awful, awful, awful. And Molly Shannon as well. Awful. Absolutely awful playing the mother. Absolutely awful. And I love those two actresses. So it is no offense to them, but man, were they awful. The whole show was awful. It didn't last very long. But other than that, I will leave you with this one for now. And I'll have some more premiering later on tonight, tomorrow. I've just got... I'm finishing up some editing from some other videos that I've got to do some premieres for, and some that I'm filming at the moment. But this one, I know, is a long one, but I really think people will benefit from this one with some of the Australian TV series, and I'll have a part 2 and possibly a part 3 coming in the next couple of days. But once again, thanks everyone for tuning in. I know I have been away for quite a bit, but I had Nightmare Weekend in Richmond. over the weekend, and absolutely met one of 80s most famous movie icons, an absolute movie legend. Grew up with her, grew up watching her in films. Absolutely an absolute sweetheart, an absolute legend. And that's Dee Wallace. I met her personally at the Nightmare Weekend. I was absolutely petrified to meet her and nervous as hell, but I did it, and yeah, she blew me away. She is the sweetest person I have ever met. She was so heartwarming. The conversation that we had was absolutely amazing, and I got a personal autograph from her as well over the weekend, so that was amazing. So I will be doing a review of Nightmare Weekend, and show off the print and the photos. But other than that, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. To everyone brand new to the channel, thanks so much for tuning in. I really, really, really appreciate it. Or even clicking on my videos, to be exact, for thinking of me. So that's really, really nice. And to everyone returning, you know, I appreciate you all. It's absolutely amazing to see my channel grow, which is really, really good. So just over the next couple of hours, next couple of days as well, there'll be videos popping up for premieres and all of that. That's because I've been trying to get out all the stuff that I can in certain sections of my channel, so I can keep everyone happy and satisfied with certain things that they like, subjects. But other than that, thanks so much, guys, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.